Welcome to the Cyber Brief Project. If this is your first time listening, I explore creative and unexpected cyber attack techniques. The goal is to understand how attackers think, what they choose to target, and how we, as defenders, can improve the way we see and respond to threats. Today, we will take a closer look at one particular attack technique. We will break it down step by step, understand why it works, and consider what it means for defense. So, let's get started with today's episode. When you see a link in an email that starts with something like urldefense.proofpoint.com, it usually feels safe. That's by design. This is a security feature called link wrapping. Link wrapping means that every link in an email is replaced with a special security link. When you click it, the link first goes to your email security provider, like Proofpoint, or Cisco or Sophos, where it can be checked against a list of known malicious sites. If it's already on the list, it gets blocked before you arrive. So in theory, this should protect you. But here's the twist. This technique takes that exact feature and turns it into part of the attack. It begins when an attacker takes over someone's email account inside an organization. They might have gotten in through a phishing email or stolen credentials. At this stage, they weren't targeting the organization because it had link wrapping. But once inside, they notice it. They see that every outgoing email from this account is automatically rewritten by the security service into a trusted-looking format. That moment of recognition is key. The attacker realizes, if the security tool rewrites my link, I can make it look trusted. So here's how the technique works. First, they take their phishing link, the one that leads to the fake login page, and they hide it using a public link shortener like bit.ly. That's the first disguise. Then they send that shortened link from the compromised account, and right on cue, the security service steps in and rewrites the bit.ly link into its own safe format. For example, URL defense.proofpoint.com. Now for the recipient, the email seems to come from a familiar contact. The link shows a trusted security provider's name. Everything about it looks legitimate. But what actually happens when they click? First, the Proofpoint link takes them to the bit.ly link. Then bit.ly sends them to the real phishing site, often a perfectly crafted Microsoft 365 login page designed to steal credentials. If that final phishing address isn't already flagged as dangerous, neither the human user nor the automated defenses see the danger. This is why researchers call it multi-tier redirect abuse. Multi-tier means more than one hop, and redirect abuse means each hop hides the true destination. Here, every hop is a trusted service, which makes the camouflage even stronger. The lures that support this technique are simple, but they work. Sometimes it's a fake voicemail notification. Sometimes it's a message claiming you've received a document in Microsoft Teams. Or maybe it says you have unread Teams messages and can reply by clicking the button. The bait changes, but the mechanics, the way the link is wrapped and redirected, stay the same. And this isn't unique to Proofpoint. Proofpoint themselves confirmed they've seen attackers use the same method with other providers, like Cisco and Sophos. The technique works in two ways, either by abusing an open redirect that points to a rewritten link, or, as in this case, by compromising an account that already uses link wrapping and letting the service apply its trusted format automatically. It's worth repeating. The attacker didn't choose the victim for this feature. They adapted when they found it. They landed in an environment, spotted the tool in use, and bent it to their advantage. That adaptability is what makes this technique so dangerous. It's about using what's already there, not introducing something new. So the takeaway is clear, and it's worth saying twice. A trusted prefix in a link is not proof of safety. If the account sending it has been taken over, the very systems designed to protect you can be turned into a disguise. And when that disguise comes from your own security provider, people, and even some defenses, are far more likely to trust it. I'm sharing these techniques to help defenders think more clearly about how attackers really operate. If this raised a new perspective for you, consider subscribing and sharing it with someone who would value the same. Thank you for listening.